Next, for remembering the lives that were forever changed in the shocking Boston Marathon bombing, the Television Academy honors ESPN's special program, E60 Dream On, Stories of Boston's Strongest. At 2:49 on the afternoon of April 15th, 2013, as spectators cheered on the runners approaching the finish line, 2 handmade bombs unleashed chaos, killing 3 people, injuring 300. 1 year later, ESPN's investigative news magazine followed the stories of 5 people who survived, detailing their journeys of perseverance, courage, and love, because, as we know, people from Boston are wicked strong. Here's a clip from this compelling program.
I knew I was hurt. I knew I just got blown up. I remember hearing a lot of noise, a lot of yelling, screaming.
Just go slow!
A lot of orders given out. We need towels. We need tourniquets. You know, the firefighter, Pat Foley, said when he came across to me, I handed him my foot. I don't remember that. I do remember saying to him, I have a little boy and I have a fiance. I don't want to die. And I remember him saying, just keep thinking that.
Mark's right leg had been blown off at the knee.
April 15th, 2013. Crystal Campbell and Karen McWaters take this picture on their way to watch the Boston Marathon. Minutes later, they arrive at the finish line. Just a few feet away, the first bomb. Among the most iconic images of that day, Carlos Arredondo, a Costa Rican immigrant, rushing 27-year-old Jeff Bowman to an ambulance.
It's been an amazing experience to see this young man go through what he's been going through.
I should also mention that 2 Boston boys, Ben Affleck and Tom Brady, narrate the film. It's my pleasure to present the Television Academy honors to the host of E60 Dream On, Stories of Boston's Strongest, Bob Woodruff, and the executive producer, my old friend, Andy Tennant.
First of all, Dana, I don't know if I saw you wiping your eye. Was that a tear or was your makeup actually smearing a little bit? I don't know how many of you remember that moment, though, when you got this word that would happen in Boston. I had a little 21-year-old daughter who was at Boston College at the time, and she does marathons, and I was scared to death that she was involved in it, and she was somehow there when this thing was hit. But I think it was one that devastated our country, just like has a lot of these same kinds of wounds that have come out of the wars of Iraq and Afghanistan, which I've also lived through myself personally. But I was actually called by Andy Tennant behind me, who said we should do a story about people who have lived through and how they've come back and how the Bostonians, the people of those streets, were able to fight back and never forgive, never give up. I'll never forget a year after, for the anniversary of that event, where we decided to do this piece with Andy's leadership and be on that same street a year after this happened, with all the people of Boston coming back to do it again. And they go back there this year again for the 2nd anniversary to see them come back and run again. It tells you something about the people of Boston. It tells you something about people of our country. In fact, of those who have all gone through these kind of moments throughout the world. And I just can't thank everybody who have shown their support for the people of Boston and the people who have been those that played a role in this. And I think sometimes you feel to do things on television, which is what this is all about, that can somehow give people some soul. And I think they have in this time, because this award does not go to us, that's for sure. It's the people, for people, the people of Boston who lived through this. And Andy is the one responsible for all of this.
Thank you, Bob. I'd just like to thank Michael Baltiera, Dan Lindberg, Max Brodsky, Chris Connolly, Jeremy Schaap, Steven Tyler, Joe Perry of Aerosmith, and a cast of hundreds who worked on this and made this. And I'd like to thank Mary, my fiance, for all the support and for all the nights I spent in the edit room. And Boston is right down the road from Bristol, Connecticut, that little small town that ESPN, the conglomerate, is based in. And I'd like to thank all the victims who gave us the honor to tell these stories, these important stories. So thank you for that.